In this session, we're going to cover some of the details in the general ledger as far as your payroll goes. Now, really, it doesn't matter a whole lot if it's in Canada or the United States. It's all going to work the same. It's just the way you're going to word things in here. So I'm going to go over to my setup real quick, and let's go look at a couple things. We want to go look at payroll agencies to start with. So we're going to go down into agencies here. So we go to payroll agencies. So here I have a receiver general. In the States, that would be U.S. Treasury. And you're going to notice in here I have, various deductions. I have CPP, EI, and federal income tax, which is like Social Security, Medicare, and income tax. Then I have a health insurance, and I have accrual of vacation pay. So again, these are all the deductions that happen within the payroll. Now, when you're setting up a payroll profile for an employee in here, typically you're going to set where do you want to expense it. So if I go over here to my employees real quick, and let's just go pull up one of my technicians. As we set those profiles, we're going to tell the system where do we want it to expense in the ledger and the employer expense side. So all of that is going to reside in the general ledger. So if I go to my general ledger and I go into liabilities here, you're going to see employee payroll liabilities. We have an employee and an employer journal. So if I go look at this employee journal and I double click and open it up, and I open this up over a period of time, let's just say for the last 2 or 3 months here. Now we refresh it. What you're going to see is all of the entries here. So these are all the employee side entries, is what you're seeing. So everything is all lumped together in this one journal for the employee. And the same thing goes the employer side. So you're going to see all entries here, all lumped in this one journal. So where this is going to separate it out is in the remittances. When you go to the payroll liability remittances. In the expenses down here, you're going to see your various payroll expenses. So let's kind of scroll down to the payroll here. Here, this is just your header, and then your different areas that you want to expense it to. Now, again, this can all be reworded. If you want to call it something else, you call it whatever you want to call it. You can put your account numbers in, things like that. And then there is a payroll liability expense side for the employers if you want to use it. Some people will expense it here. Some people expense it into the same expense where the employee is. So what's going to happen in your payrolls here, when I go to my summary, here is where it's going to split it all up. So if I go to my receiver general, and you'll notice, see, there's a line for each. The employee, CPP, employer, EI, and federal tax. So the system does split it here. It's just that it's lumped together in those two journals. And that is how it's laid out.